Hello to all my ecom learners and to everyone who are with me today. I am Teacher Claire and my channel offers video lessons for students and some more varied educational contents. If it's your first time here, I'd be so glad to have you with me in my YouTube journey. So please click the subscribe button, like this video as well, and click the bell icon for you to be updated on my next video contents. And for today's lesson, we will focus on understanding the basic and essential information about communication. To start with, let me give you the 3 objectives we would achieve through this video lesson. One is, I will give commonly understood definition of communication. The second is, I will talk about its nature. And the last will be the process of communication. At this part of the lesson, I want you to look at the communication situation between two boys, and it goes like this. Hi, did you finish the research? Actually, I have a different idea I want to tell you. Are you joking? I asked you to finish it yesterday. Listen to it first and tell me your opinion. No, you have to tell me first what is wrong with our first idea. I don't want to work with you again. Why did he become angry? Did I make any mistake? In that communication situation, there were two people involved. Ang isa ay tagapaghatid ng mensahe or the one we call as the sender, habang ang isa ay tagatanggap ng mensahe or ang tinatawag nating receiver. Communication is a two-way process, basically because mayroon tayong sender at receiver. Talking further about communication, it is the process of exchanging message between the sender and the receiver. At kapag sinabi natin na message, maaari ito ay impormasyon, ideya, o yung bagay na iniisip mo, nararamdaman at marami pang iba na maaaring ipakita natin through our facial expressions, hand gestures, and body movement. It pays to also know that it comes from the Latin word communicare, which means to share and to make something common. Ano nga ba ang ating isinishare sa communication? We share our thoughts, ideas, and information because we want the other party, the one we talk to, understand and know what we know, and that is how we build commonality. Moreover, the process of communication refers to a series of actions or steps taken in order to successfully communicate. It involves several components such as the sender of the communication, the actual message being sent, the encoding of the message, the receiver, and the decoding of the message. Meanwhile, para makasiguro na epektibo ang communication situation, dapat na siguraduhin ng both parties in the communication, who are the sender and the receiver, that they have shared understanding which can be developed by exchanging roles. Sa communication situation between the two boys kanina, the sender did not even know what he did wrong. Sa proseso ng komunikasyon, dapat aware tayo that we sometimes play as the sender and as the receiver of the message as well. Ang sender ay nagiging receiver kapag binibigyan niya ng pagkakataon si receiver to provide response and feedback tungkol sa message na na-receive nito. And that's the only way we can ensure that the sender and the receiver understand each other in the communication process. Communication is cyclical dahil umuulit lang ang proseso. We start with the sending of the message, then the other party receives it, analyzes and understands it, responds to it, and then send another message to the sender who would become a receiver eventually, and the process repeats itself. So, communication is cyclical. Now, watch this clip showing us the evolution of communication.
Communication has come a long way. First, early humans during the Stone Age started to communicate and express their thoughts and feelings by signs or gestures. They were able to send signals via fire, drums, and whistles. Later on, the humankind started to communicate via cave paintings, a type of parietal art found on the walls and ceilings of caves. Another form of early communication was during the era of camel messengers. People used to give their message to a person who delivered it while riding in a camel. Other forms of communication were messenger pigeons. They were first used in 776 BC. After the messenger pigeons came the first postcard service. The first commercially produced card was created in 1861 by John Charlton of Philadelphia. With the help of Thomas A. Watson, a Boston machine shop employee, Alexander Graham Bell, developed the first prototype of the electric telephone in 1867. After the first telephone, communication evolved even further with the invention of the Internet and the World Wide Web, which started being used in 1989. The global information medium, the World Wide Web, or simply the web, was invented by Tim Berners-Lee.
The clip shows us that communication is dynamic because it constantly changes. Just like in the video clip, from the Stone Age, which is an era where humans use fires, drums, and whistles to send messages, to the present time in which we have social media that changes the way we communicate with people near or far from us. Further, also know that communication is relational. We communicate with the people around us based on our relationship with them. Iniaayon natin ang paggamit ng salita sa mga taong kausap natin ayon sa kung ano ang relasyon na mayroon tayo sa kanila. Halimbawa, very casual tayo na makipag-usap sa ating mga kaibigan. And yet, we tend to be formal when we speak with an elder or our teachers. Communication is presentational in manner as well. Kung paano tayo magsalita at makipag-usap ay nagpapakita sa iba ng ating asal at ugali. We are perceived with the way we talk and use language when we communicate. Halimbawa, kapag ang isang tao ay mahusay at maayos magsalita, iniisip ng iba na siya ay mahusay or matalino. Thus, we may say that communication is one way of presenting ourselves as well. And those are just few among the many important and essential information about communication. Thank you very much, my Ecom learners, for being with me today. I hope you learned something from this video lesson. I'll be with you again next time. Have a good day and always wear a happy heart.